Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ghana Great and Strong. My name is Richmond Lamte, and I'm standing in, or if you like, sitting in for Dr. Papa Kwesi Indom, who is the regular host of this program. Now, this evening, we are going to discuss something that we base on some videos, very short videos that we're going to watch. And when we are done, we would have discussions in the studio. And so that's what we're going to do today. And you will be very much a part of this discussion that we're going to have. Some of you may have heard what I'm going to play to you. Some of you may not have heard. Whether or not you have heard, this is a perfect opportunity for you to also be part of the discussion that will help us build this nation. As you know, for Ghana Great and Strong, we deal with the issues as they are. We don't engage in dangerous political games or insult people. This is a very decent program. And whether you're watching it on TV, ATV, BTA, FNN, Ocean One, or any of the stations on the digital platform, or listening to us on radio, wherever you are in Ghana, you could be in Elmina and its surrounding areas, listening on Ahomka FM. You could be in Accra and its surrounding areas, you'll be listening to Easy. Or you could also be in Ebutu and you'll be listening to Enyidado FM. Wherever it is that you're in Aplau, you are in Wa, wherever it is that you are in, you can contribute to this program via text through WhatsApp. Now listen to me. The number that we are going to use for WhatsApp is the same number that we are going to use to call. Please, don't do WhatsApp call. If you want to be part of this program via WhatsApp, send us WhatsApp. If you want to call, use your phone and call the normal call that we all do, not WhatsApp call, and call the same number. The number is 050-6565-750. But we are not opening the lines now, we'll open it later. And today we are talking about the talking points on radio. That is PKN's talking points on radio. And who is PKN? That's Dr. Papa Kwesi Indom, the regular host of this program. Last week he was on Joy FM, he was interviewed for nearly 2 hours. And he spoke about many different topics. We're going to take just 3 areas in very short videos and discuss them. When I come back, I'll tell you who I'm going to discuss these things with. And so we'll go and watch the first video, which is just about 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll have discussions on that one, and then we'll go on to the second program. As I said to you, my name is Richmond Lamte. I'm sitting in for Dr. Papa Kwesi Indom, and this is Ghana Great and Strong. It's sponsored by Gold Coast. Let's watch the first video and let's have our discussions.
Well, particularly since the beginning of the year, I have been at work, and I have set certain goals from the beginning of this year till the end of 2018, December 31st, 2018, and which is to make sure that our group of companies lays and completes a very solid foundation. And I spoke to all of our management people in January this year, and what I said to them was that, look, where we are in Ghana can be a very difficult environment to do business. However, we choose to be here.
Okay.
And we are patient investors. But we want to build a multinational company, and we've gone pretty far, but our foundation is not complete. So what I've been doing is working with them, working with our customers and other directors to try and lay a very solid foundation for our business so that it can continue, for years and years and years to come, create value, not just in Africa, but in Europe and in America as well. So what I've been doing is going from country to country, working company to company, trying to find new markets. We're introducing some new products. We are into some new countries. You've heard us talk about rice, for example.
That's right.
And people haven't heard much of it, but we've been working to find land to start construction of 4 rice mills in different parts of the country, in the eastern region, in central region, in the northern region. We are actually installing new rice milling equipment in Raura to replace the old one. So that's something that hopefully by the end of this year we will start commissioning those rice mills and get them to
viewers and listeners, and I'm sure you saw that the video was very short. When I said short, indeed, it was short. And you heard what Dr. Indum had to say about the Group Indum business and what it is that he's been doing for some time now. And I'm going to go to my guest and have some discussions with him. My guest is Mr. Kofi Asamoah, and he is the General Manager in charge of Micro Enterprise Business in GN Bank. Mr. Asamoah, you're welcome.
Chief, good evening.
Yes, good evening. I hope everything is okay with you.
By His grace, we are fine.
Another Saturday evening, and we are going to have to talk to Ghanaians and help all of us together to build Ghana. And when I said that we were going to open the phone lines later, we're going to open later. When we were watching the video, some people started calling. I know you want to be part of the program, but it will be good for you to hear what we have to say, and then you can call and be part of it. So the first question I want to ask Mr. Kofi Asamoah is this, that Group Indum has been here for a very long time. A lot of companies have been built in their 50s or 60s and all that. And yet, Dr. Indum is saying that this is the foundation. I mean, what does this mean? I mean, if all this is a foundation, then where are we heading to for a business? Because we all know that there are businesses in West Africa, in Europe, and in America. So if there are foundations, then...
Well, that was a very interesting point he made. I remember in January when at the end of this, he said it at the beginning of the session. And he said it as part of the closing remarks. So when this week he also had the opportunity to put it across, I had to reflect upon it. And in that room when he spoke early in the year, and also it was repeated in July this year, he set us to imagine and think about it, that if today we have 60 and more companies and it's counting, and you have well over 6,000 employees and so on, and it's described by the chairman and CEO as the foundation, then you can only imagine what the lintel will be. And when the superstructure is imposed upon it, and the finishing and the and when you have all the windows and the roof upon it. So it means that we have just begun, and the sky will be the limit. And I've been following some of his public discussions, talking to university students and questioning where today we can find all the wonderful companies that used to be there, and why they are not there when the leaders left. So if he says that what Group Indum has achieved now is just a foundation, then we are thinking of a lifetime group of companies that will live beyond its founders and be able to be there for the rest of the human race if it's if it's possible, so that it can continue to provide the much needed jobs for the current teeming youth, those yet to be born, and their children and great grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So it also means that we have just started, and we have a responsibility to make sure that we protect what we have built, and can only grow it and expand it to bring in a lot more people, so that in a private way we are contributing to solving some of the major challenges we face as a country. The number one being unemployment, and number two being the fact that we need to strengthen our own economy by growing and eating what we grow, and so on and so forth. So that is where indigenization comes in, where he talked about rice revolution.
Yeah, we'll get there. But I'm still at the foundation level. The foundation level is where we say, when we're having casual conversations, that look, in our part of the world, we are not interested in succession building. That somebody may have a business, successful business and all that, and yet when the person dies, the company dies with him or her or with them. But this is something that is being said, is working with directors so they can find people to be in different places so that the business can outlive him and all that. We know that he's a grandfather. He has children who are already in the business, and probably grandchildren will be coming up. Do you see this, the foundation thing that he said, as a way of planning, succession planning, as we say, and planning in ways that won't leave gaps or won't make the business fall down when eventually he is hard to bow out?
Yes, I think it's part of the plan. Great leaders and visionaries will have to see 100 years ahead of their time, and I think that is what Dr. Indom had seen, that long before he is gone, long before all of us are gone, we should still have generations and life to be protected. Life must go on, and so on and so forth. So if you follow his conversations, he keeps mentioning banks that have been there and the owners are nowhere to be found. Even if you're looking for their bones, you can't find it. But the legacy they left, and the kinds of good things that those institutions are able to do, providing jobs and supporting the economies of those countries where they are. He said about Barclays, he'd been mentioning JP Morgan, he's been talking about Deloitte, and so on, and many other institutions that people set them up, and these were human beings. So the names we hear are actually people who lived and left a legacy. And so, for example, when we said Park Grant was a multinational, international
timber merchant
and so on,
yeah.
Where are the ships? Even it got to a point where even if the individual couldn't do it, what happened to the entire state facilities, the Black Star Lines, the Ghana Airways, and so on and so forth? So if you don't get individuals to imbibe and embrace the fact that there should be continuity and longevity for facilities, for employment of businesses and so on, then it's a state that suffers, because it's the individual level, then we come to the family, then we go to society, then we become a nation state. So if the individual's properties and legacies are not protected, then there is nothing you can bequeath as a nation to the unborn generation. So that is an example he's putting there for people to follow and for all of us to learn from. And so that you realize that at every level, whether at the district, local, regional, or national level, we will have that understanding that it is not just today, the here and now. And that psyche, that conception is within us, and we need to let it go away. And let's see what every day that we go and do something for ourselves and country, we should have in mind that it is not about us. It is about many people, and it's about those who are yet to be born. Generations yet unborn are the reasons we do what we do today. We labor. If you take the London Underground, the people who built it, they knew at the time they were constructing it that they will not benefit from it themselves directly, but they built it, and today it is able to transport on a daily basis 7 million people. Now, imagine here in Ghana, how many people are thinking along the same lines that Dr. Indum is thinking. So he's setting an example, he's blazing the trail to say that this is what we need to do. Let others do the same thing. There was one day he said on radio again that he's building or he's creating an economy within an economy. And I said, wait a minute, what is the meaning of this statement? And that was very powerful. So if you analyze it, you realize that he wants to show how an economy must be run and managed, and other people will learn from it. And when we also had an opportunity to inaugurate the Fresh Park Industrial Estate, he said that this is what he's doing. Let somebody else go to his district and some parts of the country to do the same thing, replicate it. So we need to embrace and appreciate that where he's coming from, that whatever he's putting here will have to be drilled down, have deeper roots of integrity of service, protecting the future generation, and doing something so that all of us who are even having opportunity now to work with him will have the same understanding that it is not about us. Some people started it, and some people will have to come and benefit from our
so that when we can also spread it in the areas that we have, and hopefully things will go on well. And I mean, what he said about foundation is a microcosm of what it is that we should be doing as a nation state, where I mean over 30 years of Group Indum, somebody says, or the leader says, this is just a foundation. For me, it struck a chord with me, and I'm sure it did with many other people, that if somebody has done 30 years, somebody will say, well, now I've arrived. It says a foundation. We need to be able to do things like that to move us as a nation forward, so that we all can be beneficiaries of the good things that we have in this country. But then I just want to talk about the other things where you were trying to go earlier, and let me just go in and say that today it's possible for you to, or for anyone, me, for you, and for those who are watching us on TV or listening to us on radio, to be able, or watching us online, to be able to watch First Digital programs, for instance, TV stations on their mobile phones. You can watch ATV, BTA, all the others, FNN, and all that on your phone. And that's one of the new things that is happening with Group Indum that is talking about. But there is also one thing that is happening that you are directly involved, which has to do with mobile money, which he mentioned. What is it, and how is it coming up?
Well, the world is evolving. We had the Industrial Revolution. Before that, we had the if you like, the domestication of plants and animals, and then industry came, the medical revolution, information technology, and now
service industry came.
Yes, and now the speed with which the world is moving, you can't believe it. Now, if you take your mobile phone, it's virtually a calendar. It is a watch. It is a timer. It has everything on it. Maybe the one day I was thinking about it and said that if you're not careful, the next generation of mobile phones, you use it to drive your vehicle.
Well, I mean, it's happening now because it's just like what communication consultants call convergence, where radio, former mass media, things that we call mass media, all of them are on the internet. Right now, the phone has everything.
Everything.
Radio, TV, newspaper.
Everything.
Telephone.
Everything.
Watch.
So.
And it's not a bank.
It's now a bank. And what we want to do at Group Indum is to make it money, a currency.
Yeah.
So it got to a stage where you grab your phone, you don't just use it for calendar to listen to radio and watch TV, you use it for payments. So as the new thing we have, and everybody should just memorize 712 star 712 hash, and that is your gateway to get a universal currency on your phone. Now, that is GN mobile money. Now, what is that we have a lot of services on the market, but this is the only one that is available to every mobile phone user in Ghana and internationally. So you take your phone, and as I speak, viewers that are listening to me right now can dial star 712 hash on any number they have, and immediately they get sign up at having, if you like, an account with GN mobile money. And when they see any of our agents, they put money on it, and then the money that they put on it, as I'm talking to you now, if I feel so good about the questions you're asking me, I will transfer some of the money to you.
Actually, what is happening right now, what I want to do is that the first person who has sent me a WhatsApp on this program, I'm going to send you airtime because I use it. I'll send you airtime now, and I'm going to read what you said, although it's not time. I just want to read so that if you if you are the one, you tell me, because right now people they put their numbers, so you won't know whether this one is Airtel or is whatever it is. So when you tell me, I'll give it to you. It says, I'm not surprised about Dr. Indum saying that over 60 companies are still foundation. Then we are going to see marvelous and good jobs for our unemployed youth. For me, from what I've seen on Indum Sports Stadium, tells me he's the president of his own, because the whole national stadium cannot boast of floodlights in our various national sports stadiums. Ali Mohammed, and he says he's a PPP youth organizer for Techiman South. Yeah. Okay, so your number is this 055-138-9627. I don't know what network it is, but I know you are watching or listening, whatever it is that you're doing. Just let me know what network you are on, and I will send you credits right now so that you know. I don't do this scratch thing, it's disturbing. I do flex things, send airtime to people. My mother, star 712. So I mean, I just broke into that so that I'll make sure that the gentleman called Ali Mohammed, if he tells me what his network is, I'll send him credits, and I'll do it here so that everybody sees that I've sent it to you, and then you know that something is happening and something wonderful is happening. Please go continue.
Yes. So basically, we want to have allow citizens of this country to what we call use digital currency, money that is on the phone. So if, like you said, I don't know how much you want us to buy for Ali Mohammed, 10 cedis of airtime. So normally you take 10 cedi from your pocket, and then you go and pay for a scratch card, and then you scratch and you dial. Now digital currency means that you have converted that paper money into electronic, so you don't see it's on your phone.
Yeah.
So you buy 10 cedi now, you get your 10 cedi airtime or units or credit, and then there you go.
I love this man. He's
confirmed.
I don't know whether you're watching or listening. He says, please, it's MTN.
Okay.
I'm going to do it for you now so that
you will confirm that it's been done.
Yes.
Okay. So that is number one. So for example, what we want to do is to make it very easy to use, flexible with minimal charges. From the 1st of September going, what we will do is that because we know people buy kinky, people buy oranges, they buy roasted plantain by the streets, they buy bananas and granules and so on, and those monies are like 10 cedi, 5 cedi, 2 cedis. You don't want to be charging people when they make these payments. So any amount you spend between 1 cedi to 50 cedis, will not charge you for using it. So if I meet you and you sell pure water, and one day when I was coming to work, I stopped by a food vendor. I said, okay, give me 1 pack. She gave it to me. I gave 20 cedis, and she says I don't have change. I said, okay, I'm going to pay you with mobile money. That one has no trouble with change. And immediately she said she's not registered. And I said, haven't you heard the news? So I asked her to dial star 712 hash instantly. She got her password and she got registered. And I transferred the 10 cedi for my wallet to her wallet. And then I've made my payment. There, all of us have our peace, because I was going to lose the opportunity to buy breakfast, and she was going to lose the opportunity to sell to a customer because she didn't have change.
Okay, well, let's hold on 1 second. If the camera can show whatever it is, I've sent 20 cedis airtime to him.
Ali, I sent him a 10,
and it says MTN top-up transaction successful. So Ali, you have 20 cedis of airtime to use, to misuse or not use at all. Thank you. Yes.
Ali, it was because of my conversation you got 20, so please.
So you should transfer 5 to
I mean, to my number is 020. I'll test you after the show. So that's how easy it is. So for example, let me come back to so the payment, the money side, where you buy anything, and it's not just buying or paying for things. When you want to transfer money to people who owe you, or people you owe that you must make payment, you don't give them the excuse that you can't go to the bank. No, you can immediately do it anytime, whilst you are here. You just made a transaction. So it is not time bound, it is not location bound, it doesn't know geography. The other thing also is that once you are able to transfer money to everybody and make payment, you can buy airtime for any network. So I'm sure the SIM card you are using is Vodafone.
Okay.
But here you are able to.
This Ali man is very interesting. He says, please, I've received it. Thanks very much. So yes, let's see. Everything that he said is here.
So what Ali needs to.
Please, I'm sure all. Sorry, those of you who are listening on radio, you can't see it, but those who are watching on TV, they can see. He said, let me raise it a little bit. Where am I going? Okay, so like this. Please, I've received it. Thanks. So yes, that's it.
So coming back to purchase of airtime, everybody needs airtime on their phone, what we call credit or units, to be able to browse or buy data or make phone calls or even to do WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So what we have done is that people have 2-3 phones and so on. So with GM Mobile Money, *712#, what you do basically is that you dial the code and then you buy airtime for yourself. You can buy for your girlfriend. Your mother is in the village. She doesn't have the chance to go out.
Why do you say girlfriend? You mean the girls can buy some for us?
I should have said boyfriends and girlfriends.
No.
Yes, nowadays equality. So you are right. So your mother is in the village. She can't go out to buy credit. It is raining, and so on. And all the situations that gives you discomfort, we have provided total convenience for you to be able to go about your normal duties without a hassle. All you need is your mobile phone and your phone number and your PIN. Many people are worried about security and so on. Well, somebody can even steal this phone, or I can lose it, and somebody can take it. You can't have access to my money because you don't know my PIN. The PIN is in my head. That one you can't enter. So there is no fear about losing anything. You use the money, you spend it at the time you want to spend it. If your phone is not nice and you want to throw it away, you can throw it away.
And your money is still there.
And your money is still there. Get the new phone, get the number, and then when you dial, you still get, because it's your number that the money knows. It doesn't know anything. But if you give your phone and your PIN to your wife or your husband and you show them, then they will be able to use it because you have authorized them to do that. Otherwise, nobody can have access to it.
Let's just explain a little bit to people who are listening to us and on radios, Tree radio stations and TV, Tree TV stations. As my account, the phone book, and if you have a day, a brand TV, or Techimano, na you program, no was sending was a brand, or see a friend. Ali Mohammed. Inti ye ka mobile money asem na mobile money in way that's from kokra GN mobile money. Na eno no o dial *712#. *712#. Just say na we are say bie yi kakra ama kwati e bon komo na ye ka ho asem no. Minua Kofi Asamoah e ka ho asem say o ya ultimate send credit na ma obia telephone number bi o use bia obi asem bia obetimi send credit amano obetimi asend sika ma obi inti say yen sa scratch na obeto card no scratch you say ade no scratch ya poisonous inti na call mo yemu na say okudidi anhwe na akwa ha oyefunu na de sa nyema nyina ha adwen inti no o use phone na say o test na credit number abrante no ye WhatsApp no na o kan asem de fa doctor no no obi odi kan o kan ho asem na say okay ene ye nhwe na ye say betimi asend sika ye bibia fili kadochi and me send no credit 20 Ghana cedis them easy and watch you say admit order say na nsa aka sika no enti bibia eda ho na ye ka say Dr. Ndum ne business is awaye no and number 60 bibi na so no o say afi na say foundation fan fapem anaya fapem sasa well eno afi no ahya ase obi wo ha say waye djuma 30 years o say 30 de maye bi pa maye bi mo nsem mame o say ono afi na wato fam afi no be si dan no afei no si dan wo so ana branch no say oh asem no kan ne de waka ne yi pa na me ohwe the way a ano ne companies na de no ete de na just say onim say if I say 5 years and 10 years ne mabeba no business be bebre na mebu so enye bia ye nti eno ho asem ene ye ka wa ha no nti sesi ha no mobile money no sesi ye nka say oh we de MTN mobile money ana say Airtel ana say wo say GN mobile money ene ye MTN no ye Airtel ye den o ye twa utuma utimi kwaji wo bia nti we no boundary and no ye star 712 hash udem internationally bia obeko bia eno na mini akofi asamwasia eka no echi benya ho ayini aka yas ka ho asem asisi ya no yekoka emon ho asem because group indom so eye emon ho adwumanti no yebeka ho asem echi no yebesa ba na yebeka wenyina. Now he talked about the rice revolution, and I know some people when Ejumura rice started coming out and they tasted it, now they don't want to taste any other rice because it is sweet. Men kind of say abrofo and I say that is sweet, it's nice. They don't want to it's not like the ones that they bring from outside that are what sometimes 5 years old and all that and kept in warehouses. Not there. Fresh rice done and brought. What is it that is in the rice revolution that we are going to see?
Well, I think all the things that somebody said that Dr. Indom is his own president.
Yes, that's Ali Mohammed.
I think the kinds of things he's doing, he must get the opportunity to lead this country by 2020 and do some of these presidential things, because you see, if we import everything, we can import cars and, if you like, clothing, shoes, and things like that. But when it comes to medicine and food, why would any country want to put their health and the survival of their country in the hands of another? I mean, if the Americans or the Koreans, or for that matter any country, Thailand, China, and all those countries, wants to do some great damage to us, they can do that through the supply of medicine, food, and so on, despite the standardizations that we have. So some basic things or necessities of life, you must have control over it in your own country. So when we talk about rice revolution, and the reason why I said earlier that Ghanaians should give him the chance to rule is that as an individual, he has gone ahead of government to establish rice mill. So the question you ask yourself is, the people who have responsibility to feed all of us, what have they been thinking about? Have they led the production of rice? No. What they've rather done is to be able to import rice to the tune of $2 billion United States dollars.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. And basically what it means is that we lose in two fronts. The first one, if I add the first one, that will be three. The first one is the health situation, where the rice, we can't be 100% sure how long it has been on the shelf or in the warehouse. Sometimes 5 years before they are shipped to us, because those who produce want to eat the fresh one. So they bag it, and when there's surplus, they push it here. The second thing we lose is that we lose foreign hard cash currency. So we go and sell cocoa, which they need, and then when we accumulate dollars, we use it to buy rice. So the dollars that we need to buy equipment to do the railway, the roads, and build massive infrastructure, we compete for that dollar. Rice compete with infrastructure equipment. So that's two. Then the third one is that you have actually exported jobs. So somebody does the sacks for the rice. Somebody will be on the rice farm. Somebody feeds the rice farmers. The milling plants, the workers that are there.
It's a whole
chain of. And when we did this calculation, with just 5 plants, rice milling plants in Ghana, Dr. Indom and Group Indom is building 3 instantly or immediately. One is ready, the Asebu one is under construction, and the Karaga one is coming upstream. That will give you immediately, if you check the stream, 500,000 jobs. Now, if you are looking to create jobs, it is not just talking about it, it is doing it. So yes, all of us know that youth unemployment is there. All of us know that 450,000 people write BEC, and the government of Ghana has put a barrier, the police barrier, that as for half of you people, you can't cross. So those who are stronger climb and come to this side. Those people behind, we know that we need to cater for them. Well, first of all,
we are not doing it.
We are not doing
although
it.
we know what it is that you need to have. I'm a vandal. Something was going to come out of my mouth. Let me just put a barrier there. To be able, you need to have something to be able to do these things. There are simple things, commonsensical, and we need to do. I just want us to go. We'll go on a break and come back. But I just want to read some of the messages so that we can go and come back. This man from Boko. He says, Ahmed Marani from Boko. He says, good evening. I'm live on Sunshine FM in Boko. Are you live or you are listening to us live? I'm sure you are listening to us live on Sunshine. You say you are missing your mentor, Papa Kwesi Ndu. Okay, I'm here. I'm standing in his legs, as they say. I am being, some people are calling. We have not opened the phone lines yet. We'll open the phone lines for you to call and share your ideas. This one says, all what I can say is God bless Dr. Indum for his marvelous work on Ghanaians. Had it not been him, like there would have been pressure on the government. Okay, I know he can do it as he has promised. He's a man of his words. God bless him a lot. That's Sian Samuel from Takwa. And people are typing. I don't know whether I can keep up with all of it. But Kofi, in 1 second, I'll read your messages. Okay, I'm trying to read it. There's a lot of them. If you're not careful, we'll be able to finish what it is that we've started to do. But I said, good evening, boss. I just activated GN Mobile Money. How do I load my wallet? Great idea. Thank you for. So let's answer
yes,
that one.
Any agent, you see the GN Mobile Money sticker.
Yeah.
You go there, you mention your number, which is your account number, and then you put the money in. And from there you can start sending, if you have to send money to anybody,
okay,
or use it to make payment or buy airtime for any network, as we just did for
Ali Mohammed.
Or
you can go to any GN Bank branch.
Yes, and also GN Bank branches
nationwide.
300 nationwide.
Yeah.
Also are agents of GN Mobile Money. So if you see GN Bank, they are agents for us. You can go there, and also if you see any of the agents around that is displaying our sticker, you can also load money for you.
So that's servant justice.
And if somebody sends you money also, and you have the tickets, what we call token, you go to any of the agents, you can get it for you.
Okay. Now, quickly before we go on, that's interesting. Please, how can you top up Chris Adenta? It's the same thing. If you have money,
have money on it, then use the money that is on it to buy airtime at dawn, late in the night. So the first thing you need to do is to register and look for an agent to put money on it, and you don't need to take the money out. You can transfer it to anybody. So you meet me tomorrow and you want to dash me 100 cedis, and I say I have not registered for GN Mobile Money. You ask me, register now and let me put the money on it for you.
And is that
and
instance?
There you go.
And Chris in Adenta says, that's interesting. Please, how can you top up? It's same principle, right?
Yes.
And but Chris, I'm assuming you are a he, but if you're a she, forgive me. Is that then why don't you make it scratch cards? Oh, Chris, don't do that. The scratch card we don't want to do. But whatever money you want to buy, is that 5 cities, 10 cities, 20 cities, and all that. Yes, it is scratch cards in the air, in the clouds. I mean, you can buy what you want to buy. We want to move away from scratch cards so that when you are sitting in a car, it's a convenient thing for you to do.
So you're talking to somebody, and you're in a car, and your credit runs out.
You can top up yourself.
Just top up yourself.
And sharp. Then they won't even know that you have
like we sat on the TV right now and did it for Ali Mohammed.
Ali Mohammed would, I'm sure now, he has even.
It's called so many.
We'll go on break so that Ali Mohammed, you can call some people to talk. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go away. I'm sure you like what you are hearing. We'll come back and then come and discuss 2 more of the videos and end with them. We're sure that when we come, we'll give you the opportunity, those of you who are calling, to be able to ask your questions or make contributions to the program. This is Ghana Great and Strong. My name is Richmond Lamte, and I am standing in for Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum, who is the regular host of this program. Stay with us. Welcome back, listeners and viewers, to Ghana Great and Strong. We went on break whilst talking about Gen Mobile Money. Now, our listeners are directing what it is that we need to do. You know, in communication theory, there's what we call agenda setting. But now, you talk about this and it's agenda building. The people who are watching and listening to you, they also help to make the program to decide how to move the thing. So let's do it together. We're going to go off to talk about other things, but let's spend some 5 more minutes to talk about the thing. We'll go, and if there's a need to come back, we'll come back, because there are a lot of people who are interested in this, and we need to be able to respond to them. Otherwise, then they will think that what we are doing is not the right thing. So I don't know what somebody says is watching from Obuasi, what it is that he heard. Maybe he came in as we're doing, but if it's what the gentleman saying is true. If that's true, then my number is, he gave his number. Are you talking about the money? I'm sure you're talking about Yarichiche. Ali Onodi can buy. You want some? We may have to do something else to be able to give. Otherwise, if you say we are going to give you, we say a number. I mean, it will be whatever. There are other people who have sent messages before you came, and so let's see what questions people have. This one says, what are the advantages of GN mobile money over other mobile money wallets from Jonathan Adams? Is it the same Jonathan Adams that I know, our friend, the journalist? If it's you, greetings to you.
The advantage is very simple. One is that every number, in Ghana, everybody is using either a Vodafone number, a Tigo number, or Airtel number, or MTN phone number. Now, this is the only GN Mobile Money is the only mobile money platform or service that welcomes all these numbers. So it's everybody's mobile money. Everybody can register for it, and we have simplified it and made it easy for you to register instantly. So if all of us have registered, there's no need of going to the bank to go and queue and look for money and hustle and all of that. Okay. So with GN Mobile Money, it also gives you an advantage where you have a remote access. If you have a bank account that the bank has agreed with us and have an arrangement with us, so whether the money is on your pocket, you just look for an agent and put it on the wallet. And like I said, everybody can have a GN Mobile Money wallet.
Okay.
Everybody. And with some of the other mobile money services, you can't have it that way.
You can't have it.
So this is number one differentiator and advantage. And secondly, like we did, it is only GN Mobile Money that you can decide to buy airtime for any network, whether the number is for you, for your girlfriend or boyfriend, or for your parents. So if, let's say, you have a responsibility to take care of your parents back home in terms of provision or providing airtime for them, then anytime the time is due, you just pick your phone and dial *712# and buy the airtime for the person.
Okay.
Bingo. It's not now that you're going to send the money for them to go and take the money, for them to cross the street and go and buy scratch card and say, and then so on and so forth.
Oh, the wahala. It's Jonathan Adams. That's Jonathan Adams, our own friend, the journalist with TV3. So Jonathan does it. But I can also tell you that I use the service, and I'm able to transfer money from my account at GN Bank onto my wallet. So when my money is going down, then I refill from the same onto the thing, and it's very nice. And this one is coming from Ebenezer at Konongo, and he says, I think Ghanaians have to vote Dr. Endom 2020 because he doesn't just talk, but he delivers on his promises, and God bless him. Okay, thank you very much for that one. This one says, hello, how does one deposit money into GN? But of course, we've responded to that in another thing. This is interesting. He said, good evening. We thank God for giving us Dr. Endom. He is doing more than great to us. The second comment is, please, can you give me some of the airtime? It depends on who you are. It depends on who you are, and it depends on my mood. So I don't know. The first one I said, he was the first person who sent in a message. I don't know what I'll say about you now to give you, so that somebody who wants to say that, give me. By the time I leave here, I'll be my wallet will be empty. He said, please, I'm Joshua from Ebuakwa in Ashanti region. Please, can someone be agent of GNM, and please how?
Okay, so to become an agent is very simple. So you also have to dial like everybody has dialed. But for you to become an agent, you have to now go to our offices where we will have to register your SIM as an agent. Because as an agent, you need to deposit money before you can now do business for people. Because first of all, when you dial *712 to register, you have no money on it. And as an agent, what you do is that you would rather be selling the electronic money. So you need to put money on your wallet first.
Yeah.
So when you have put money on your wallet, then you can now give it to other people as an agent. So why? Because you are doing business, you need to come to a GM Bank office or any of the agents that have the ability to register you. Then we change your status from a normal customer to an agent. Otherwise, when you just register and you put money on it and you are just transferring money and doing it, you'll be doing it for free.
Yeah.
Because you haven't changed your status.
Okay.
So for that, you need to come to us for us to complete.
Okay, so Joshua, so you need to go to GN Bank and be able to, or go to an accredited list. But he has a question. He said, that's the same Joshua. How can one trace a wrong transaction? And Kofi, in fact, on Sunday I was calling. I called earlier. You didn't come. I traveled and came back late last Saturday. Right? So Sunday morning, I tried to send credit to myself, and it was 50 cedis. I don't know whether I dialed my number wrongly, but it went somewhere, and it didn't come. I had to do again and again. It came. So somebody has. I don't know what number I dialed. Somebody has taken my 50 Ghana cedis or airtime that I was giving to myself. How? In fact, I want to get it back. I know that if the person is using it, by this, I hasn't finished. There will be some left. How do I get it?
You have to go into your account.
Yes.
And see the number. And you see, it's like you are walking on the street and you have dropped your 50 cedis. That's why you are saying that we should look for who saw the 50.
So this one there is difficult.
This one is difficult.
Hey.
But that is why when you are no, if we get in touch with the person and we talk to the person, we can get the money back to you. So we need to you have to let us know when it happened, so we go through your account because your wallet is also like an account. So we'll see all the transactions you have made. Then we call the person and say that this is what has happened.
Charima,
so
this is
we
wrong,
need it back or
wrong meat, so that they can. I think that it will be good so that
Yes.
we'll know what will happen. And listeners and viewers, it's so unfortunate. I promise you that there are going to be 3 videos, but you yourself have seen the feedback that you are giving us with this program, and it will be unfair for me to go and talk about other things when we have not been able to answer your questions, because these are important questions. So I'm pleading with all of us that let's stay on this topic. Whatever questions you have, let's answer them and understand. Next time, the videos that the other ones that we have, we can play them so that we can we'll be able to discuss them. Some people are still dropping their numbers so that I can. This one says, great job, Kofi and Richmond. PKN deserves to lead Ghana. Amos from Koforidua. Well, Amos, thank you very much from this. Now, if you're saying great job to us, please send some money into our wallet so that we can send to those who are asking us. Amos, I'm sure this is Amos in Cancer, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure. The picture that's there, if it's Amos in Cancer, then I know who the handsome young man is. This one says, good evening. We thank God for giving us Dr. Indom. He's doing more than great to us. Please, can you give me... Today I'm in trouble. Please, can you give me some of the airtime? But now he's asking the question, says, what are the disadvantages in depositing money? Transmitting live from Hoto FM. Okay. He's listening on to us on Hoto FM in Edum Kumasi. So yeah, please.
Disadvantage.
Also, what are the disadvantages in this?
Well, there can be no disadvantage. There can be no disadvantage. It's maybe the only thing is that when you have money on it and you want to spend, and that is all the money you have, and the person you want to transfer to and take a ball of kinky or orange from is saying that I won't accept your money. Otherwise, there's no disadvantage. It's actually the safest thing to do. Like I said, if somebody takes your phone, or you get robbed by some people and your phone, you lose your phone, you haven't lost your money. So that is the good thing. The other advantage we need to stress also is that because all of us are using the same platform, it is very cheap, and you don't need to hassle to go and you send money to somebody. The person needs to top up 3 times. Otherwise, by the time you get the money, it will have been reduced
and all that. Yeah.
So this one, all of us, is the same thing. If I give you 10 cedis, you get 10 cedis. If you give me 10 cedis, you get 10. I get 10 cedis. So it's a very simple way for and because a lot of people are going to use GN Mobile Money. Agents are in good business because people will troop their business
irrespective
units.
of whichever mobile telephone company you deal because in places where they'll say this one is Airtel money and this one no. But this one goes for everyone.
Anybody will come to you.
So once you see the GN Mobile Money,
just walk to the person
and whether it's Airtel or GN whatever.
So you go there.
All of them.
So once the GN sticker is there, then the guy is in business, and you can go to the. It means that every phone user, we talk about phone penetration of some 33 million. Let's say 20 million users are there, and all these 20 million can sign up to GN Mobile Money. So imagine 20 million users going to look for agents to put money on their wallet. And for us, when you load money for somebody as an agent, you get commission instantly. We don't do some humongous calculation and say that you pay you at the end of every 3 months. No, instant commission, you get it. And also,
so at the end of the day, you can do reconciliation with yourself
and say that I paid money for. Some people came to deposit money, and when they did those deposits, I did it for them, and this is the income I've made that day.
Right, the same day.
Right down, instant.
Okay, but there are questions coming. I don't want us to miss any of them because time is also running out. This one says, please, can you change your default PIN code? If yes, then how? That's Chris.
Okay.
Same Chris from.
So you log
Atlanta.
in, and then you go to item number 6. You see customer service, and then when you select customer service, you see change PIN, and you can change the PIN to the one that you will remember. So it's very easy. So dial *712# and then enter the PIN that you got through the text message, the default PIN, and then change it to suit any PIN that is comfortable with you to be able to remember easily. Okay. The agent also can sell airtime. So the airtime that you dashed Ali, agents can sell. So the agent, when he's there, and with one phone number, with GN Mobile Money registered as an agent, you can sell airtime for all networks instantly. You know, sometimes when you go to the agents, they have 4 phones. So when you come and you want this,
you take this phone, and then that's
when you come. No,
one size fits all.
One size fits all. One phone, one number, and that number sells all the 4 or 6 networks company in Ghana, right?
Okay.
All the 6 you can sell, and imagine you are selling 6 with one phone and one number.
Yeah.
So your initial investment in your agency business is very small. It's
and
your phone number,
but your interest, the returns that
high,
come to it,
because everybody's buying from you.
Exactly.
Airtel people are buying from you. Espresso people are buying from you. Glow people are buying from you, and so on. And all you are using is one phone number and that YAM phone. So you buy a phone for 100 cedis or less, get a SIM for 1 cedi, and you start with 50 Ghana cedis. You are doing business.
That's fantastic. And so everybody can be in business.
4% of any amount you sell.
Okay.
Airtime you sell instantly.
That's a lot of
not go and come.
But then somebody wants to know that are there charges when you make a transfer to another person? They want to
50 pesos. Some people charge 1%. So for example, if I do transfer to you on some mobile money platforms, they charge 1%. So 1% of 100 cedis is 1 cedi.
Yeah.
If I send 200 cedi to you, I'll pay 2 cedi. If I send 300, I'll pay 3 cedis. With GN Mobile Money, if I send 100 cedis, 50 pesos. If I send 200 cedis to you, 50 pesos. If I send 300 cedis to you, 50 pesos.
Okay, 1 second. I have a caller on the line. Let me pick the caller and then we can go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Please identify yourself, your name, where you're calling from,
good evening,
and ask your question.
Good evening. My name is Nicola Tohenen from Kofodia. But I didn't know you fine, but I can't see you to be in your school. So I say,
hello.
Before I but
I can hear.
I'm in your school. The Amoka Fika and you come casa. So I say, oh, I'm a show.
Do we still have the caller on the line?
And you come casa.
Hello.
If we don't have the caller, then we need to move on. Okay. I hear the caller is on. Okay, let's hear you. Let's hear you, please. Oh, I think we need to move on when we get the caller again. We've been making a lot of people wait because of the question we have here. But let's move on. This one says, good evening, FNN TV. Okay, this one is watching us from FNN. My name is Alex from Nadoli in the Upper West region. May God bless Dr. Ndom for his efforts to beat down unemployment issues in Ghana. Please, I would like to know whether you can link GN Mobile Money account to the GN Bank account, and also you can you send GN Mobile Money to someone who is not GN Mobile Money? I'm watching you live. Thank you very much. This one, I can answer this one. We answered it already. Yes, that's true. I have a GN Bank account, and it's linked to my GN Mobile Money. And so, as I've said, when my wallet goes down, I quickly go there and transfer money from my account to my wallet. So yes, you can do that.
And he said, can you also send money to somebody who has not registered? Expensive.
Okay.
And it's better for the person to register because the registration is instant.
1 second. Let me just go to and see whether we can hear this one. Hello. Hello. Who is the caller on the line? Identify yourself and.
Hello.
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 I cannot hear the caller, and so if we cannot hear them, we need to move on. It's sad that probably people are calling and we cannot hear them speak. So we need to move on. We need to move on. This one says, "Good evening, sir. I'm Clara from Kumasi. Please, can you give me some?" Oh, Clara. Sister Clara, please tell me why I should give you. Tell me the criterion to use to.
If she's lucky to be the last tester.
Now, okay, this one, I think that this person could hear the caller. Said the caller was saying that we should do the program in Akan. Program. You can be what Akan kasemo. GN Mobile Money na semna na yeguso kano. Asemna ye denti no. I say you know. Ya kanu na brofuna na kanu na minyaya nka meteo ikasa na kan no meteo question na nka yetimi akyerɛkyerɛ mu because ya ka nsɛm no bebree yɛse GN Mobile Money no no sɛ wo Airtel MTN no Tigo bibia wo bia no nipa baako sɛ wokita sim baako pɛ any phone baako pɛ a obia obeba wo hɔ sɛ oba bɛyɛ money transfer bia obetuma yɛ ama no nti wonka sɛ ene me phone baako ni we me de Airtel Money okay me de we so MTN na afa baako me de we so debi emfa so 1 baako pɛ na no so kita 50 Ghana cedi pɛ 50 Ghana cedis now so what start business na no na no so no yesi say uye business na every day bia no oha nchichemu nnan no na obenya say wonfa so 4% na eno sa sika na so pa eno so yanka say okay ene wa ye adwuma wie ochina wa ye wie bo so me so a na ya calculation bi na hwe say sika hin na obenya saa da no a sika na uye ho adwuma no saa da no a emfa so bia obenya wo so bia no saa da na ba inti no oton credit no emfa so na wo so na oton wie ya na emfa so na ba oton ya na emfa so na ba inti no sa otefa ko a obi ma ho na o bebisa say mpacha wo ye Airtel Money wakase de bi menye Airtel Money menye MTN nko ada bi saa number ba ko na odi ye GM Mobile Money no obetim di ayam obi a enti se nipa oha ana apem no meba oha obetim ni obi a aye adwuma eno na GN Mobile Money ho emfaso a ye de ka no obi so bisa say na GN Mobile Money se obetimi so se obetimi de o account odi abata GN Mobile Money ho ana and no kra no me na me ya no me say an because me no me account or GN Bank and na me wo wallet nti no say me hwe na say me wallet no so be bia me send this ka no sa ɛhɔ a no makɔ bank no makɔ gis kanam de ato so na no ane sɛ mekɔ nti no ɛno de da form next time ye be nyina otwi bu na obi so etimi ate ase nti ye be kɔ so program no em say yemre aso na ene efi ha ye de yie ayede na de no ayede no na che say na emre so kɔ obi say good evening, I'm Clement from Sunyani. How can I become GN money mobile money agent? I think you said that one.
Yes.
Okay.
On register first. Now got GM Bank now in changing the status now. No me agent. Send a buyer or your business or benyan first.
Okay. Na number ben obi per se or your agent number ben obi free on betimi aboa no amwa
okay. See number na for pa 0302 747474.
Number na FSA
0302 74.
Wait, so Odada Okrani Yanawa, Obita
747474. 74 are Miansa. Now the 0302 at the name.
Okay, inti we no me chechim. Say obetimi ediye ewo abrabo mu no. Number ba ko pe e na obebo 0302 747474. Ubosa number na we diye eno no say no the unemployment a thing of the past. Just say yanka ho asem bio. Unya bo 0302 747474 unemployment to in nature. Na say 50 Ghana and now here na dey start business there. Unni excuse bia enka say oh
20 Ghana probably me dey.
I see 20 Ghana probably me dey say. Inti uni any excuse say obeka say oh e na me dey me wi school na me ni adwuma na dey. Mpacho pe pono bi say o ma me pono a modidi wo so ana o papa didi wo so ka so papa mpacho odidi anopa wi na wafa pono no na dey aba obe adwuma wi na wa time enwumre do time obedidi na wasa dey akwa no dey say akaka obetime nyesika na wa wo dey open on with me didi. The questions are many and I think that there has to be a certain part 2 of this program. We need to come back entirely. And then yababa na yabe come mobile money nkwa ho asem na asem bia obeka no aka na afei so no na mosi enchesika no omo frɛ say no bi frɛ o ka asem na to asomu a na ya more credit. Yeah, you bisa question is me bisa say me akra atare a me hye no kala ne esen yanuma yakọ ne site no yen colors ne nimbebre yenim black and white and ludu colors no 4 and 6 pe amo akọ dada schools ndo mdo mutimi ka bebre move na de nti ye be share colors a je say o frɛ pa obetwa nti bisa say material me share color ya wo ka otwa pe na ya send about nti no ye be edam asese mutimi atena enche na mo ne aye program na ababesi sesebre aye me ya say ye bre aso ayeko nanso da se nyame ya adoma na se yeti nkwam a ebe hese bitime e de sa program bia ba ne aka no ko ho asem na obi a wo bibia no na waka wo question waka se bi so ebe du sa time na obi a ye agent so a se sika bi ba na waka bi a chen na se yeti haya obetima transfer bia man so a ebe do ase. This has been Ghana Great and Strong. We've been talking actually about the talking points on radio. Dr. Papa Kwesi talking points on radio. There were going to be 3 videos. We just ended at 1 because the interest that it was generating was a lot. And it wasn't even about mobile money because we were talking just about the new things in Group Indum and we zoomed in on mobile money and that is where we've stayed up until now. Thank you for watching us on TV, whether it's ATV, BTA, FNN, Ocean One or any of the TV stations of First Data and on the many radio stations across the country that you've been listening to us on. We say thank you to you for being part of us. Thank you for tolerating us and having us in your home. Thank you for having us in your cars and thank you for having us on your mobile device or on your computer. Next week, God willing, we'll bring Ghana Great and Strong to you. My name is Richmond Lamte and my guest has been Kofi Asamoah Sian. God bless us all. Good night.
In the